Hi, I'm Gareth Williams from the Boxing Shop. Thanks for tuning in to part 3 of Learn How to Box. Today, I'm just going to go over some basic footwork drills. These are things that you can practice at home to improve your boxing around the ring. First, I'm going to start with a basic line drill. You can do it with a piece of chalk, some tiles at home. All you need is a line on the ground. We went over our boxing stance in episode 1, the stance and all the steps and the movements. Now we're going to do some drills where the first drill actually we're going to do is a forward and back, in and out movement, but also going to move laterally to the right and also to the left hand side. We start in our proper boxing stance and our weight is on the balls of our feet. Our heels are slightly up so we can move in and out freely. Hands up, as always, chin down, rounded shoulders, hands high. So we go forward and back, and as we're doing this, we're going to be stepping across to the right hand side. You'll notice that my feet aren't crossing. I'm moving with my right foot as I'm moving right, and when I move left, I'll be using my left foot going first. Very easy drill. You can do this practice for 3 2-minute rounds. It's very basic, but the more footwork drills you do, the better you'll become. It's like having a building with good, strong foundations. You can have a good, strong building. If your feet aren't correct in boxing, it's going to be a very tough uphill battle. So from here, we can do this. We can also add a little bit to it. We can throw a jab with it as we go. As you get a bit more experience, you might be able to add a backhand as well, or a power hand. So we go forward, back. Great drills there to improve your movements around the ring. So for example, for a 3 2-minute round, you could start with the first 2-minute round, just in and out movements laterally. The second 2-minute round you could do with a jab. The third one you could do with a straight lead and then a straight power hand. Okay, we'll go on to the number 2. I've just got some markers here, and I class this as, it's in the shape of a pentagon. Okay, so what we're going to be doing, we're going to be moving in and out and around left and right laterally. So we'll shape the markers out to start with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 in the middle, which is where we're going to be facing all the time. If you're at home, you don't have any markers, use water bottles. Anything you can grab, you can use stones, anything you can put your mark, it's just a mark for you to go around. So we'll start with that. Good boxing stance, as always, good balance. We're going in at one side of our front foot, out on the other side, and I can choose to go to the right or to the left as I circle. As I did all the time there, just face the middle. This one here is a great way of doing fluent footwork. Nice, like you'll notice I'm not stomping my feet. Everything's nice and fluent. You can only do that if the balls of your feet are on the ground and your heels are up, nice and loose. Again, a great drill that you can add into warm-ups, finish off your training with them for cool downs. A great drill to improve the speed and the balance and movement around the boxing ring. My next drill here is what I call the inside and outside circle. We'll be moving forwards to a smaller circle on the inside of our make-believe boxing ring, and on the outside I'll do a square. I'll make a square and we'll move laterally around, left and right around the outside of the boxing ring. What I've done previously, with my piece of chalk, I put 4 marks on the ground. And it doesn't have to be a certain size, as big as my area, as big as whatever area that you might have at home to work in. On the inside of the 4 markers, you'll notice I've put a small circle here. This is the way that I'll face all the time. When I'm in the inside circle, I'll be in my boxing stance, my hands will be tight up high, I'll make a note of stepping left. Every time I step left, my left hand will be nice and tight. As I move right, my right hand will be nice and tight. Just so that if I walk left and my left hand is slightly down, well, I can walk into the power side of somebody's shot. Because I'm in that close, obviously my opponent's also very tight. So as I'm inside circle, hands up here, stepping with my left foot because I'm moving left. When I step right, I'll be moving with my right foot. Majority I'll be leading with my heel, or so that my toe is facing my partner at all times. When I'm in this tight, if I'm here, my toe's facing my partner, I can always shoot my power hand at any time. If my foot is facing outside and I see a punch, it's going to be hard for me to lean across in this short distance. Obviously, when you're closer to somebody, everything happens a lot quicker than when there's more distance. So when we're in here, we need to be tighter in our defense, and also our punches are going to be shorter and sharper. So that is why I try and keep our back foot always up facing the opponent on the inside here. So that'll be my stepping towards left side and right side. When I go backwards, I will go back. So stepping backwards to the outside circle. Here I'll square up and I'll use fluent movements. If my opponent had pressured me, I wouldn't be hands down and moving fluently within a square boxing stance. I'd be here, staying here and stepping on the outside, so I'm safe all the time. But for this drill, it's using the two different exercises. Here, I've got a little bit more space on the outside to move freely more left and right. If my feet are square, you can notice I can move a lot easier left and right. So I'll move outside circle, inside circle. I step around, hands high, stepping back, change. Outside circle, inside circle. Sitting my bottom down a little bit, so I'm nice and strong as I come closer to my opponent. So that's a first way of doing this, inside and outside circle. You can move the whole area. You can do this for a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes at a time. Maybe round 2, you might add the jab on the outside and shorter punches on the inside. So when we change on the outside, jab, jab. Inside, and then I'll move freely on the outside again. Round 3, I might add on again. I might throw 1-2s on the outside, or a straight power hand. So I go straight, boom. Inside circle. Again, another great way of improving our footwork. It's a drill that you can use at home. You don't need much area. You can do it in the garage, outside. If you don't have any chalk, put some water bottles down, get some rocks, put them down. You can just mark an area for you to use. You don't need to have 3 meters or 5 meters or 10 meters of area. Just whatever space you can use, you can improve at home using these drills. I'd like to thank you all for watching our footwork drills and learn how to box part 3. If I could ask you all to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, you'll see a lot more videos coming soon.